Well, we're going to get caught up on some bikes here at Wheels Your Time on Monday morning. Had a tremendously busy weekend, and a couple of the feature bikes that we missed. The Brad Andres 1955 Daytona winning bike. We'll be cranking that bike up very shortly. Also, the bike we ran at Talladega for 24 hours, the Fred Ham bike. What we're going to talk about right now is this machine, 1915 Harley Davidson. This is the bike that was entered in the Cannonball ride last September. About a year ago, 43 of us got together and rode vintage motorcycles from Kitty Hawk to Santa Monica, California. The bike that I rode is this 1915 Harley Davidson 3-speed. A lot of people ask, what's the tank for on the back? This is the only tank. Don't use the old vintage early tanks. This made for speedier gas stops, got us across the country a little bit quicker. And the 1915 Harley, probably the machine that made Harley Davidson famous, put them light years ahead of the competition. Let me show you why. Always one thing. We'll catch you later on the time machine. You know, we have a great time running bikes here every day at Wheels Your Time. Come and join us. Check out the Wheels Your Time Museum. Check out the bikes we're running. I think you'll enjoy your visit. It's all American and everything runs. Well, the flavor of the day is Carol Ressweber's the famous Blue Goose, although it's a duck. And of course, this is the most famous dirt track racing motorcycle in American history, raced by Carol Ressweber, four-time national champion. Matt and I are doing some prep work today. We're going to have this thing fired up in a little bit. Check out that video. Stay tuned to Wheels Your Time Facebook. Well, that was the famous bike of Carol Ressweber, the Blue Goose. It started right up. The machine itself, Carol Ressweber, one of his four-time national championship bikes. I acquired this bike from the family of Ralph Barrett, who was the tuner of Carol Ressweber. And the very famous Blue Goose, a KR 750 Harley Davidson, probably the most celebrated dirt track bike in the world, and glad to have it running here at Wheels Your Time. You know, in April of 2007, a group of us set out to re-break Fred Ham's 1937 24-hour record. Fred Ham set it at Muroc Dry Lake. We had the use of the Talladega Motor Speedway, and our group of people with rider Wayne Stanfield took this machine out and rode it 24 hours straight, 1,375 miles on the famed Talladega Motor Speedway. Now the bike itself, 1937 Harley Davidson, 61 cubic inch engine. The machine is bone stock as Fred Ham's bike was in 1937. Now we didn't break his record. We had a great time. We ran some incredible mileage. The camaraderie was absolutely incredible in trying to re-break Fred's record. You can check that out at wheelsyourtime.com. I think we actually produced over a dozen videos on building the bike and racing at Talladega. You can also get our DVD all about that right here at Wheels Your Time or online. The bike itself, just a record-breaking machine. 61 cubic inches, 3-speed transmission. We've got it set up right now with the original tires as it ran in 1937. I'll crank this thing up, run it down the road. We want you to come to Wheels Your Time and check it out up close and in person. We're always running bikes here at Wheels Through Time. Check us out on Facebook, check us out at wheelsthroughtime.com, or just plain come on down to Maggie Valley and check out Wheels Through Time. In 1955, Brad Andres won Daytona on this motorcycle, the famous number 4 bike. Brad was a rookie at the time. He also won the national championship in 1955. Rookie national champion, Brad Andres, San Diego, California. This is his Daytona winning bike. Not only did he win in 1955, but he won in 59 and 60. The bike itself, a 1955 Harley-Davidson KRTT road racing bike. You might be amazed to know that in 1955 he qualified, and that was a one-run down Daytona Beach at 124 miles an hour. Unbelievable for a flathead 750 engine. The bike is an absolutely as he raced it condition. Brad gave me this bike about 12 years ago. I went right to work making it run and go, and that's what I'm going to do right now. Starting procedure, pretty simple. Give it a choke, one kick, ought to fire right off. Here we go. You know, this bike runs perfect every time. We get it down every couple years here at Wheels Through Time. In 2005, which was the 50th anniversary of Brad winning Daytona on this bike, we took the bike down to Daytona Beach, ran a little show with the Speed Channel. If you go to wheelsthroughtime.com, check out the show on Brad Andres and his famous motorcycle. I think you'll enjoy it. Or you might just want to come to Wheels Through Time Museum, see it firsthand, check out the display that we've made all about this machine. But what a pleasure it is to start and run this bike every year. And 1955 Harley-Davidson KR750 won the race in 55. We'll catch you later at Wheels Through Time. About 30 years ago, a bunch of us guys started racing at Davenport, Iowa, every Labor Day weekend at the Antique Motorcycle Club of America's Blackhawk meet, Davenport, Iowa Fairgrounds. And in that 30-year tradition, I've raced a lot of bikes there. This year, my son Matt is racing this bike, and he built it, and he's pretty proud of it, and I'm pretty proud of him too. It's a 1924 Harley-Davidson, kind of a combination of a lot of different things, and Matt found some of the best people in the motorcycle industry that actually work on this type of machine to actually share components, stories, their personal experience in racing bikes like this. His first outing, Wauseon 2011, Matt got second place in the dirt track, board track class. And this bike itself, a 1924 combination J factory, or actually racing chassis, racing forks, drop handlebars, and it's really a sweet machine. We're going to crank it up for you in a little bit. We're anxious to get to the track at Davenport. If you'd like to see some Davenport dirt track racing, go to wheelsthroughtime.com, hit the video box. There's literally hundreds of videos at wheelsthroughtime.com. Quite a few from Davenport. Meet some of the people that started riding these bikes there 30 years ago, reliving the history of 100 years ago. We'll catch you later. Oh yeah, one more thing. We're going to crank this bike up for you right now. It's a pretty simple procedure. Got the gas turned on. I'm going to operate the controls. Matt's going to spin the back wheel. It ought to crank hopefully on the first pull. Here we go. Almost. Forgot to mention, this bike has no brakes, no clutch, runs about 75 miles an hour in this trim, properly geared to go well over 100. If you ever have a chance to go to Davenport, Iowa on Labor Day weekend, check out the attraction of the Antique Motorcycle Club of America's meet there. I think you'd enjoy it.